what you're doing. Hold on to your knickers because your favourite Scottish queers are back with the gossip of the week. It's another episode of What's the Goss? This show is 110% Scottish, so if you think we're talking too fast, then make sure to slow it down with the playback speed button on whatever platform you're listening on. And last but not least, there's definitely offensive language featured, so if you're a minor or a pussy, switch off now.
I don't even know what to do when she says I'm just like, hiya.
Then the intro cuts in, then we can start. Like, oh, boom, 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 boom. Chin, 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 chin. Hello, everybody.
Hi, B.
Hello, Shinlee. No, got to lie. As per usual, this bloody studio in here is DIY to the absolute maximus, and
Every time
I
B
sit
sits
down or move or
back.
breathe or do nothing, something falls. Honest to God, if it's not the SD card that's not working, it's something else. But anyway, we shall move. How are you, Hen? How are you feeling this morning? It's a bit chilly. It's a bit chilly indeed.
Aye, good. I love how you asked me that as if we've not been together quite literally since we opened our eyes.
I hope I've just, by the way, also, I'm really sorry. We have actually, this is like, I think we missed it 3 weeks. I think this is the third week we're coming back. But listen, we've not been going anywhere because if you follow us on any other social medias, TikTok, Instagram, on my YouTube, where I've been vlogging for 5 weeks, guys. So I've not actually been anywhere but on the internet. We're just sitting down on this podcast, spilling the beans. But
No, I know, but we
got
have
some
been up
right
to lots.
We've got some right beans to be spilled
I
into.
know. Have we even caught them up with like your lunch
No.
night or anything?
No,
You're joking.
nothing. So who am I to you is out everywhere now, guys.
Let's do it. Can we do a wee preview? Enter song now.
Enter song now. Don't you think it's strange? Things we can't explain. Heart over mind, just like every time I see you. Thought we're going strong, then it all went wrong. Focus going on. Maybe it's you. Oh my God, that was just amazing. That tune, one take you've never heard nothing like it in your life. Stream it now everywhere. Put it on repeat, guys. I love that. I love this song. Do you know what? I already spoke about this on my TikTok anyway, but I did write the song for. I should tell them the reason.
Aye, go for it.
I'll tell you a wee bit. So if anybody knows the ghost, right? If anybody knows the real ghost in my life,
Oh, there's a washing done.
there's the washing
You need to
done.
hear that. Beep, 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 beep.
Aye, so that comes to Who Am I to You. The reason for this song, let me get into my artistic spell right now so I can explain to you in my more professional ways. But basically, loads of wee ball bags when I was younger. Listen, the ball bags were real when I was younger, guys. As many of us have experienced, love when it first loves, etc., are actually doing.
I think just when you're queer and like if
and
you're
just being queer in general,
often like secret little shameful first
had-
loves rather than just out and loud and proud.
Can I come say it's not about my relationships now because that shit is going strong 6 years deep, darling. That's good and gracious, but my previous relationships before that are situationships because they weren't even relationships. Basically, I was the only one in the relationship. But honestly, there were just so many times when I was younger, so many times situations happened where I'd get involved with these guys that actually had nothing, did not want nothing to do with knowing me actually as a person. They just wanted their whole, to put it in Scottish terms, they just wanted a bit of the booty, a bit of the quiche, all that. But they actually care nothing about me. And I used to genuinely get like, see if you listen to the song and it's like, it's so funny because I think the stories, the way I tell the stories, right? Obviously they're pretty traumatic stories and they take that away, right?
I love how
But-
you just say it in the most fun laughing way.
But isn't it true, like just dafties you used to be with these guys, go back and forth and have these relationships, be out, doing all the most. Honestly, I've got some stories to tell. Like literally, this one guy literally punched me in the face, but literally was telling me he loved me the day before. Couldn't even make it up. That was in about 15, right? But anyway, I'm rambling now. But that's what the song's actually about. It's about those experience of like, actually, who am I to you in this situation? I'm nobody to you. So I think
but the song is very fun and upbeat.
the song
as you
very
just
fun and
heard.
upbeat because as me as a person, have these experiences, have the emotions, all that. You can be sad about it if you want to, which I definitely have had those moments. But now I'm just
At some point, you've just got to get the fuck over it.
now you just have to convert your pain into power, darling. And I made it into some beautiful art. So who am I to you is an absolute tune.
Certified tune.
Certified banger, so go and listen to it now. I mean, listen, obviously, see when if you're obviously with a record label and you've got millions of dollars to spend on advertising, listen, my life would be changed, no doubt about it. But I'm just doing my best that I can now promoting things. I've got loads of videos, all that ready to go. I'm literally just like waiting for them to be perfect and
The
they'll be getting
music
posted.
videos in the
Music
works.
videos literally just looks just getting finished off. And do you know what? I'm proud of myself for what I can do in the budgets that I've got,
No, I
darling.
know. And as
So
well,
cheers to that.
think about it, like for the last say 2, nearly 3 years, you've been writing songs. Then in the last year and a half, you've been really actually making music. 2 years and you've been making music,
Mhm.
and then like the last year you've been going, all right, I'm actually serious about making music and I want to start performing places. And every step of the way you've set a goal and you've managed to achieve
I
it so
think
far.
exactly.
And
Or
it's
this
just
year I've
like,
smashed the goals on that
I
terms.
know, like
And I
the
think,
fact that you're regularly performing places now, you're getting new opportunities, stuff we'll speak about in the rest of the podcast
and I
as
feel like all
well.
the work that I'd done when I was younger as an actual child, going to musical theatre school, all the things I'd done for entertainment when I was.
It looks
Is that just a
alright, fuck
purple
it,
one?
aye,
Aye, that's getting
fuck
left.
it, just leave it.
All the stuff that I done when I was younger, entertaining and all that, it's really come back to like hold me up for good because actually I've got so much experience now. When I go back on the stage, with the first times, like even the last first times been performing, getting back out there and just being back out there as an entertainer. But I've got this
No, I
because
know.
it's
And
second
honestly,
nature.
guys, like just even getting onto the lunch party. See when B goes like to the place that she's been performing for a while now,
Harry Mary's,
Harry
shout out
Mary's
Harry
in the Gold
Mary's.
Coast. It actually just makes me laugh because she's like a celebrity sometimes. Like
I just love
honestly,
that.
some of the
Everybody's
nights we
so
went in there,
nice.
people are genuinely pulling her from side to side. And as well,
But that's
the
what
other
these
thing we're
queer
going to
spaces
talk
are all
about is
about.
when B's been working with CFM and stuff recently. I've been at my actual job, and B's like walked past, and people are actually stopping her to take pictures.
They have
Working
no
with
idea
CF,
who I am.
have no idea who
Brilliant.
she is. But
Brilliant.
I think it's just the actual confidence with the way. I mean,
I know.
there's no chance you'd catch me walking about anywhere. They're
But
like, you've been doing
see
in the
day to
beach
day,
promoting
that's the
these
thing.
shows and stuff, and it's been just everything's
Aye.
come back into work
Everybody
now.
has their views and like how it feels to be artistic and express yourself, right? See, day to day, I do actually struggle with anxiety of like not struggle with anxiety like I do that. It's just like I'd rather avoid things of like being in
No, you
public and
definitely
definitely
struggle
do.
with anxiety.
Just like but it's only when I'm just like just chilling myself and all that. But see if you give me a job that's like go out there, you need to be dressed up to the max and you're just do you know what I mean? For example, the last 2 weeks or the last month I've been promoting the Bring Back My Wife's tour that came to Australia. We'll get onto that in a minute. But the same thing with that, they just asked me to do this thing, had no idea. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Absolutely. I'm absolutely good. They said, like, can you do this? Go out and promote this? No problem. It's so weird. And then it's like I do get nervous, but it's the same way of like the nervous feelings you would get. I wouldn't even say it as anxiety. It's more like the
It's
nervous
like a
feelings
nervous
you'd get.
excitement
It's
because you want to
nervous-
do a good job as
Aye,
well.
and it's a nervous excitement, same way you used to get when I was younger, going on the stage, like, and then the same way now performing. It's the same exact feeling. I think to myself, no, you've got to utilize that. That's your superpower. Some people do
And it's a
think
nervous buzz more than anything.
that.
Like,
Aye, some people do think that having being a performer and a performative person, expressing your art and all that, is like covering up who you are. I'm very comfortable being BB Amadeus. Day
yeah,
to
I
day,
don't think
but
it's. I think it's
see,
more of an extension of who you are
it's
than
an extension
anything.
of who I am. It's an extension of the feelings that I have inside. I've got many different personalities and many different avenues and many different expressions of how I like to express myself. And see if you can do that and express yourself on stage and all that, then when can you do it?
I know.
When the fuck can you do it? I can express myself every day being a normal person. All those elements of being a superstar and showing and getting that vibe of superstar when you're out and people want to take pictures of you, you have no idea who you are. I think to
I mean,
yourself,
really,
what?
it's just a bit of confidence and
Oh,
getting
it's
on
just
with
confidence. The only way I take a picture of him because I'm like, who is that lassie that's out there, geeshed up to the max, head to toe dressed in diamonds or like jewels? But
it.
you know what I
that.
mean?
It's so funny.
Sequence to the max. They just want a bit of it. And it's like,
I
if you
know.
can just give somebody that confidence, that's what I love. Oh, and do you know what? I met like the cutest young like group of girls. They were with their families and all that. And like they would all come up and wanted to take pictures together. And I just thought, that is just the
I know,
sweetest
it's like
thing
a
ever.
little girl's shopping day, wasn't it? And
Oh,
they
she
were
was like
all-
her dream. She was like, honestly, they just thought they'd seen Beyonce, and I said, darling, better than Beyonce. I'm one to poking your shoe, no, but it's like, I just think,
No, but I
aye.
think everything you've said there's right enough. You could look at it in the way that you could go, oh, that's because you don't like who you're normally. You're like, no, I'm fine with who I am normally. But like it's the same as when you go on a night out. What do? You get dressed up and you go on a night because you feel the best and you have the best night out. Every best night
As
out you've
soon as
had
I
in your
step
life
on that stage, and
has been
every
when you
time-
felt your
aye.
best. So when you're going out and performing, it's like taking that little bit deep down, like it might be a little bit of like an alter ego in a sense for how people express themselves on the stages, and like they might not dress the way they would dress in their normal life,
I
but
think it's
that is a part of them that they just get to lean into and love,
I
like
think it's
for
very
that
crazy
amount of
to
time.
assume that someday, if you're gonna, like, if you're being an expressive person, an artistic person, the ups come with the downs. Like, I'm that person. Yes, see when you meet me and I'm out and I'm performing, or we meet each other and it's like rat ta ta. Bitch, I'm going to make my personality, my soul was just to make you feel absolutely fabulous by the time you've left. Like,
Yeah.
that's every time that happens.
And also, I
But
think you
don't be
see it.
thinking that you're going to get that out of me 24/7. Like, you're just a human being. See when I'm in the house doing nothing, like I'm doing nothing. See if I'm walking, it's a Tuesday and I look like an absolute reject walking up the street because I'm. Do you know what I mean? I'm no
Aye.
dress. I look fucking crazy or
That is,
whatever it may be.
aye.
That's just that's a super bad day off. Do you know what I mean? A bitch has got to have a day off. Like
So I think it's been funny anyway, and then your night for your launch night was actually just so much fun, and I think
So
seen
much
so many
fun.
people that have just been at that bar recently enjoying all the shows that they put on, but then
it
coming
was
back
so good.
specifically for you
Aye,
on
that's what I
that one
felt. I
was
thought
fun.
that's so nice. Like all these people that I've known for maybe like 6 months now. These and it's just like they really are really supportive people. They've been there. Like yeah, and the only time I ever see them is when I'm at the bar performing, and it's like oh they come back and make sure they want to come back and
Yeah,
support the show.
exactly.
And I, oh my god, no, that is really what it's all about. I love that. Like, do you know what I mean, my people. Do you know what I mean, I wouldn't call them fans. I'd call them just like they're fans of the music and the fans of the performances, but just really general nice people.
Yeah, just
Love it.
people like you're all part of the same community. I think that's it.
Just having,
Like,
yeah, I just love that. And Stephen, the guy that owns Hairy Mays, is honestly just a wee angel. I'm going tomorrow to actually do him up drag for Rocky Horror Pit.
no, I
the
know that is
Rocky Horror
so
Show.
funny. By the way,
No, but anyway, we'll go on to the
bring back my
what's been
wives
happening.
tour.
I guys, no, stop the bus, right? I can't.
Can't
even
keep it
believe-
any longer.
How many minutes have we actually? 30 minutes we've been recording for already, and I've not even spoke this gossip. You would never believe it. I actually met Teresa Giudice, Whitney Rose, Leandra Stranger, Lux Noir London, Ashley Madison, Yuriko Hannah, bitch, I met them all. And I just thought, gag, we actually worked on the same thing. Like, I just thought, I felt privileged. I don't know. I felt
No,
like
I know.
what a great opportunity. Even though it's only a wee small opportunity, and people, I don't know. I feel like some people just try and be
Well,
like,
explain what it is first.
So basically, I was out promoting for them this show with the
Bring
radio-
Back My Wives is a tour they're doing in the Australia
Yes, and it was-
between the housewives and some of the cast of RuPaul's
I
Drag
think we did
Race.
talk about this. We did talk about
Right.
it last episode.
So that's what you've been doing,
That's
and
what it
then
was
you've been
for.
promoting that with the radio on the Gold Coast, like so part of
Yeah.
the Australian promotion.
With Good Day events, and then yeah, obviously they gave me like the meet and greet pass to meet them, obviously, and it was just so nice. They all said I smelled amazing, tea, and they were all just really lovely. Obviously it was like very quick because there was so much happening. The show was about to start, but I genuinely just think they were really nice. I feel like we were talking about this because as a viewer watching Real Housewives of New Jersey, obviously I've watched that for like 15 years, right? Watched like literally 15 years it's been on for. And as a viewer, it's like you can understand the ups and downs because you're so personally invested in these people's lives because you've watched so many. No normal to actually know that much about somebody's life 15 years and all their family
Yeah, I know,
history
and they
to
can't
then
actually
pick
live
sides.
any
I
part
feel
of their
like
life.
the parasocial relationship with the fans of Bravo, these super fans of Bravo, have like I posted a TikTok of Teresa performing. So during the performances, Whitney Rose and Teresa were like they've done a drag performance, like literally lip sync for their life. Like, and I just thought, how camp is that?
Yeah, I
You guys
know.
loved it, and
And
real
might
life,
I add, the two of them actually put their
Slayed
full effort into this show. It
full
was so
effort, and
good.
she couldn't have won. See the hate comments. I posted this video. It genuinely has about 200 hate comments, right? Give or take. It's
There's no need though. It's
no
like the
need.
most pointless stuff ever.
and they're
Like,
like, you couldn't win. That's just what I think to myself. She could not win in this situation. She couldn't win if she was doing nothing in the house, no performing, no making any money, no, because New Jersey is on pause right now. So
yeah.
what else is she supposed to be doing? And people are going to laugh at, ha, New Jersey's done. Well, I'm not being funny. See, if you've been on a show for 15 years and that's been your career, is every year you're filming this show.
Sure.
Why is that a shock that because the show's on pause, she's going to be on doing other jobs? I just
I
think
know, and also people kept
she's
on
been paid
commenting.
to travel around
Yeah,
Australia.
people were commenting like, "Oh, money must have dried up." I don't understand how money must have dried up if someone's popular enough to be booked on a show touring a different
And they've
continent.
been on every TV network possible
Yeah.
since they've been here, podcast, the lot. I just think
I don't understand how that makes.
understand-
Is that not the exact opposite? Someone who's booked and busy. Is that
Aye.
not the exact opposite of broke?
I think it's like you need people. I think it's like the understanding of we'll sit here right on this podcast and we'll sit here in gear 1, 2 about all these shows and give our opinion about what's happening in these shows. but
We're
take
giving
it
an
out
opinion on the
the
show.
show, like
Yeah, not
I
the
can say
people.
it on this, right? I didn't like what Teresa was doing. Like we spoke about it before, didn't like
I
Teresa
personally
and
have no
Louis.
beef because I never watched it.
Aye.
I've watched it
I've
in the
watched
same room
situations
as B.
When Louis came into the show, all that type thing. It was like, oh, there was the opinions that do happen, but at the end of the day, we're only seeing this from this perspective of this show.
It's not
Tiny
the
wee
real
bubble.
people.
These people
Like,
don't. Mhm.
they've
Like
got a full, real, actual life.
and honestly, when we were there, met Louis outside. So literally, it was so funny. As soon as I came, pulled up in the Uber, you'll see it in my vlog. Actually, did I post? Yeah, it's in the vlog from last week. It's on there. You actually see I forgot to write on it, and I'm such an idiot. But I'm videoing literally, and then out the front of the casino, and
Mm-hmm.
then Louis walks past, and I was like, oh shit! I was like, that's Louis. I've just got him a camera. I'm like, what the hell? And then I was like, oh my god, that's so funny. But he was nice as in person. Like I get understand the goss and the drama that's on the internet and all the
But
tea.
I a
But
hundred.
what is it? Why should I have beef with this random man from New Jersey that's on a TV show? Why should I have beef with him about what he done? What he was up to with his ex
Little
partners or
bit
whatever
loser
10 years
vibes.
ago? Like
Like,
loser vibes. He was a nice guy in person.
and
Um,
also, see that entire show, guys. The entire show, he stood up. He was recording Teresa's performance and all the girls. He was supporting them all. He was trying to get all the crowd clapping and joining in.
exactly.
Because the crowd was a little bit lacking. The Gold Coast won't lie on that front. They were not bringing the same vibes as all the other cities were.
I feel like
So he
Melbourne
was
was
trying to
packing
get
Sydney.
everyone popping. And I'd like, how can you fault him for what he was doing on that night when he's just standing up supporting his missus? I mean, how many guys do you know that would come along and like get that involved in making sure that his girlfriend or his
Literally.
wife are they married? They're not
No, they're
married.
mad. Yeah, they
Are
are
they,
married.
oh yeah, they are married. Oh, I've just remembered the whole wedding thing actually.
So many Melissa fans in the comments, like Melissa's Teresa's sister-in-law, they obviously on the show play out this massive, like they've fought for years on and off. And that right now they've not been talking for years. Don't really think it's going to ever go back to normal. But what business is that to us? In real world, what
in
business
real
is
world,
that to us?
not in the how is it your business? Like,
Because we like, come on.
and people say it's your business because you put it on TV. Yeah, I get that, but you also need to understand that that isn't the actual full business. Like, I honestly sometimes
See,
think
for
that
instance,
we know far too. Like, we shouldn't know about the random gossip between a random wife and husband and family in New Jersey.
that's it. And see
Like,
the
so you've
thing,
got to take a bit of pinch of salt
see
here in the
in the like
sense that
perspective of like in real world type of situations, right? I don't think my mum and Aunt Helen will even mind us talking about this because they talk about it all the time. They never spoke for a long time, right? And now they talk, they're great, everything's fabulous. But see, during that time that they never spoke, never once if somebody was to bump into my mum or my Aunt Helen and they were to try to talk about vice versa, it would never be a case of like, why are you. It would be they would say, "Why are you trying to pick sides in something that's nothing to do with you?" Like, do
aye.
you know what I mean? Like in real world,
In
that
real
would not
world
happen because
context,
people
that would
wouldn't be
not
picking
happen.
sides like that.
But somehow, when people have celebrities and all this things, they just have such a weird like
People were like commenting saying,
relationship, thinking you owe them something.
and
What
they
do you
were-
mean I owe you anything? I gave you entertainment and you enjoyed your entertainment. Like, leave it at that, basically. Like,
and people were like, shame on her, poor kids and all that. Poor kids. The kids are not even kids. They're literally all like adults at this point. And why would your kids be mortified that your mum's on a world tour doing these shows with drag queens that are all very reputable, famous drag queens as well on a very successful tour? And check that all the haters are doing that. They're going to the UK and Canada next. I mean, what?
oh,
What?
yeah,
What?
so skint from doing a literally a world tour as a housewife.
Field
Like, are
tour
you
where,
kidding me
baby?
on?
Field tour where they go everywhere, everywhere but the moon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Innit?
Do you know what my thing is these days? I'm always reading people's. I always read TikTok comments, right? See the amount of folk on TikTok that I think you actually would not say boo to a ghost in real life. You're the kind of cunt that would shit themselves having to give somebody money to pay for something. Like, but you've got the bold brass neck to tell cunts what to do on the internet.
To come on this internet and try and tell me that I look huge. Geez, peace, mate. Geez, peace. Think I care. Do you
And
actually
like, do
think
you know? I
I-
think it's funny how on TikTok everybody's an expert on everything. Everybody knows everything about everything, and I'm like, you just literally just don't know that.
And I just think to myself, like,
And the bold brass neck of folk, no hate to the American audience that might be watching us, thick as fuck. Like, to have that much confidence and that little intelligence is fucking incredible.
I'm not be talking about nothing to do with the United States. Fuck Donald Trump.
But this has probably got all get edited anyway. But it's just my point. Like,
Daft.
fucking idiots.
Anyway, back this week on the reality show World, I'm actually buzzing Real Housewives of Miami's back. So
I know, but shit's getting just.
I
This
just
season.
don't know what. Like, first of all, I really liked Julia in these first seasons. I am not liking this lady this season. Her wife.
You've been telling
is
me all sorts of gossip about
the
what's been
stuff
happening.
to do with her wife is honestly like, see women like her wife that are. This is what concerns me. So, and going to speak
What's her
about
wife's
this.
name again?
Um,
Martina.
Martina,
That's it.
whatever, Martina, something,
Martina.
something, something. But I'm going to speak about this from perspective of what I've seen on the internet and what I've heard from other people because, like, literally, I don't know, it's just crazy. So to start off with, they've just adopted these two. They've got two sons, two
Mm-hmm.
black boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two black children, right? Two black sons, beautiful boys, right? I just get concerned when it comes to somebody like Martina who like people, and I'm not saying I could be wrong on these receipts, but the amount of other black content creators that I've seen on the internet who are Housewives fans talking about the concern of like Martina has been in this controversial stuff with for years of posting things about like the Black Lives Matter situation, about situations about like those kids like that, and it's like
And like
a whole
misunderstanding black
I and misunderstanding
problems.
black problems and all that type, and I and like giving negative views on black people issues and all that, and I just think to myself like from and I agree from the comments and all that I've been seeing on these situations. I feel like I do feel the concern that what they're talking about is like concern. It's like, is that going to be pushed onto these kids? But not even just that. So Martina's now been outspoken about the fact of I do think she's definitely a Trump supporter as well. That
Oh, I
could be
thought that
wrong.
was confirmed.
I feel like it is confirmed, but I don't know the full. I can't like tell you the full pinpoint receipt. You know what I mean?
Unconfirmed, guys.
Unconfirmed, but given MAGA. But she also is just like given obsessed with this whole thing with J.K. Rowling and all that too, with the women in sports and all that. And it's like there needs to be an actual fucking understanding of there is literally barely any trans women in sports. First of all, there is like it's in the 0.0 percentages of how many actual trans people do try and compete in sports. Bigger issues to deal with that. And her coming on and spouting hatred about it is actually crazy material because she won all of her champions at Wimbledon. All that became the best in her career because a trans woman tennis coach taught her how to coached her, literally coached her for years.
Crazy
To come
behaviour.
out all those years later and in defense of that is actually crazy. And I think
And I think as well, just you need to have a wider understanding that as a queer person,
so much
supporting
propaganda.
supporting any content that is literally propaganda. It is like I hate to be
There's
one of
not an
these.
influx
It's
in
all to
schools.
distract you. It genuinely
Literally, it
look
is
at the
to
numbers.
distract you.
Like when have you ever came across a trans problem in your actual life? Actual life, like I've never met
It's
somebody who
this
was
fear
so
mongering
concerned
of that
about.
women are going to miss out in situations because a trans person's there to do it, and it just creates this whole argument of like you're a man. This is unnecessary hatred. It's no happening. It barely ever happens, and even in the situations it does happen, I'm sorry, it should be unique to each situation. There is like I understand people's issues of like somebody one day could be who's been identifying as male their whole life, competed in male sports their whole life, never got the trophies, never got that. I can understand where those very minute situations that do happen where then people will
Be
just
frustrated or
just happen
whatever.
to transition and whether or not their transition is legitimate and they are actually a trans person that is struggling and came out later in life because that's an issue too. So if they have done that, then obviously it is an understanding of that person has been fully. Do you know what I mean? From a trans person's perspective, that person has fully grown, competed, trained as a man for all those years. I understand that, but there's this also same issue with the real issues that have happened in real world about trans sports has been trans people that have literally been through hormone treatment or even just transitioning from like literally very young teenager ages, which people don't agree with. I just think I don't think you should have an opinion on whether you agree with it or not. That should be decided to the family or not. And if fucking the 0.0% chance that that trans kid or teenager or whatever grows up and decides they're not trans anymore, then that's really their beef to have with their own family. Like I just feel,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because
And
it shouldn't be
honestly,
about that.
and I was watching. Has anyone watched the show Brassic? Because it's been my favorite show in the
We're
last
still
week.
talking about Miami.
No, I know, but just touching on it because they were
Oh.
talking about it. Like one of these characters in this show just repeatedly kept on just saying stuff about what I can't remember exactly if it was trans or if it was just gay people, or whatever. And the main character of the show just turns around and goes, "One last question: why do you actually give a fuck?
Why
Why?
do you actually give a
Why do
fuck?
you get if you're not sleeping with that person in a relationship with that person? Why the fuck do you care what's between their
That's
legs?
what I
Like,
think with
why does it
Martina and
matter
that,
to
and I
you?
feel like at Martina's old ass age, she should just not be
And you should do
bothering
it,
with that.
aye. And I
You
just
should be
think that
too.
she should understand the
There
wider
needs
impact of her supporting the views of someone like
exactly
J.K.
because
Rowling.
people do take whether or not she was whether or not in some of her cases she is right in how she's feeling or whatever. It gets misstrued, it gets twisted into a propaganda of the right wing people. That's like no, so I just feel like disappointed in that. I feel like Julia's actions the last few episodes weigh Miami in the sense of her being so aggressive towards Gertie and like throwing that drink on Gertie and then literally blatantly in the next episodes being like, oh, we just had a fight, totally downplaying how actual aggressive and disrespectful she was to
Yeah,
somebody
that was
at an
crazy, that
event, which was
episode.
actually Marisol's wedding. Like, how can you be acting like that at a
At a
wedding?
wedding is crazy
It's
behaviour.
crazy behavior to me. And I think this season as well is just Larsa is just for me, baby girl, what are you actually up to? Like, what are you actually doing this season?
She
Like,
is actually given nothing. I hate to
she's
say it,
given
but in
nothing,
terms
first of
of the
all.
actual
And the only thing
show,
she's given is nastiness. Like, she's given bully. She's given no nice person.
yeah,
How can you sit there? That last episode was about narcissism. So, if anybody's not watched Miami yet, the latest ep was where
the girl's got like a
so with
party
Alexia,
type
so
thing.
Alexia's going through all this stuff with her husband Todd. She's calling him a narcissist. That's that next thing. They're getting a divorce. It's been all over. Long story with that. Back and forth, back and forth. At this point, I actually have no idea whether if they're together at this point or not. But anyway, she's hosting a party, some sort of goddess party that's all based around narcissism. So basically, the ladies rock up and in the room, in the garden area and all that, there's all these mirrors and it has like narcissist things on the mirrors, right?
Like quotes about narcissism and
Yeah.
dealing with narcissists.
So it's like, right, okay, fine, fair enough, and all that. Backstory to this, though, just maybe the week before or two in the recent weeks, Lisa's dad literally has just died. Like, I'm pretty sure it was literally just the week before this because they talk about how the fact it was only last week or the week before she'd literally just buried her dad. So this woman is clearly going through it. Never mind in the seasons before that, she was absolutely going through it because she got absolutely mortified all over TV, internet because of her ex-husband situation with that Lenny Hochstein. So they all get.
I
They're at
actually
this
forgot they
party.
were both the same person. Like that was the same person that
I know.
happened
So
to.
she's been going through it for years.
Yeah,
This
she
poor
has.
lady. So she's comes to this party. Well, this I don't know, narcissist
It's
event.
hard to call it a party
It's
because
hard
it
to
didn't
call it
look
a
very
party. It's
fun.
the most unparty party ever. They sit down. Everyone's on these chairs, and they've got this random Australian man that's like a preacher of some sort of spiritualism.
He's giving
He's
Gia
given
shitty.
he's given dodgy as because I don't think anybody that is truly there for purpose would be doing a narcissist party because they sat down with cups at the end and everyone was given a red flag and they answered questions on the group of who was the most like
X, Y, and
likely to
Z.
who was the most likely to basically who's got the most red flags
Mm-hmm.
in any situation, in any Real Housewives situation, we know that is majorly causing drama.
That is
with
obviously
behaviour.
going to cause so
Which is
much
fine.
shit.
It's fair enough because that's what we watch Real Housewives for. But what the hell is that to do? Because nay shade, I love Lisa to bits, but in all situations, they're all picking Lisa. So
Aye,
Lisa's
she
little
gets
cup
pure
is
bullied
just
on, bless her.
blatantly filled with red flags, red flags. They all start, and not even just red flags, everybody says nothing. Then they all start elaborating on why she's such a horrific person. Bearing in mind this
I just
woman
never
has just
actually
buried her dad.
Yeah, like why would that be appropriate ever?
No, and do you know what? I usually, Adriana, like my viewership of Adriana is like sometimes a bit like, well, you know what I mean? No shade to Adriana. I just think sometimes she is a bit odd, a bit, why are you doing this? But I'm so glad in that situation, not one other person sitting there was sticking up for Lisa and actually going, why are we actually doing this?
I
Telling
like
us just lost her
even
dad.
if
She
you
did
think
say
all
something.
these things, even if you think all these things, what benefit is it to just
I'm
kick
sorry,
someone who's
like,
just buried their dad?
entertainment's
Like,
entertainment. I don't know the producers on that situation. I just feel like that should not have been allowed. I feel like there should have been some at least understanding this woman has literally just lost her dad. Disgusting. And then Larsa starts going in about
and I think
how
one of
horrific
sorry, just before you
Jodie.
say it, I think one of the questions as well was who's the biggest attention seeker or something, and then they all put it on her anyway, and like
Aye.
said she was just like constantly like looking for attention. And
But
I'm
it's
like,
the same thing when last season it was all happening with Lenny and how like going back and forth. I understand like when your friends do go through things, right? And maybe they're just chatting their head off you constantly about the same situation. It's obviously frustrating to have to listen to it. But see, as a friend,
That is
what you
actually
have to
just
be-
your
that's
job.
actually your job as a friend. Somebody's
Like-
to do that. They women were not being her friend at all. I don't think these women have really been her friend for a long time, and it does
I
it.
think for me,
Apart
it's one
from
of the most
Marisol,
disconnected
Apart from Marisol, but then even
housewives groups in
Marisol, I
terms
feel
of
like
friendship.
no, I don't think no because that's not true though. But
Because I only really get the vibes that
these women have actually all been friends in real life for literally like 15 years. This is how this show's
like
been
none
going.
of them look like they like each other though. I don't
Actually
get
good hanging
it.
about. Apart from Julia, I'm pretty sure Julia's like a new girl in the scene. To be honest, I actually think Julia only got put on, and let's be real here, majority of the housewives, husbands, friends, all that, they all don't want to meet Julia. They all want to meet Julia's wife Martina because she's such a famous tennis person. So rich people love tennis. I'm not going to say that because obviously when I'm pure rich and famous, right, I might
You
get
might
invited.
catch me at Wimbledon.
You
So
might
I'll
catch me
know.
at Wimbledon,
I'll know
right?
slag tennis
I'll know
levels.
slag tennis, but for me right now, you know what I mean. So that's why they just want to meet Martina. They want to be right in about with her. And I just think that is sad to see. Orange County's back as well, but I've not.
We've not watched Orange County
You've
yet,
not
though.
watched. I know I think there's only one episode back. I'm excited to see. So backstory, but do you know? Did you ever remember watching it years ago?
No, I don't really remember it.
There was a lady called Gretchen on it years ago, and she
Remember
was
the
actually
name.
iconic. And she had a man called Slade. Gretchen and Slade. I just thought that was dead cool.
Slade.
Slade. He's actually.
Slade.
He was actually a bit of a, but absolute bam o'clock. But I don't know what he's
Whispered
like.
it and then just say that really loudly.
But I don't know what he's like this season. But I'm excited for that to come back. It's only like episode 1 just now, so we'll see how that goes. I just feel like they need to bring Vicky back. Vicky's the OG, so Orange County.
Vicky's such a random name for a housewife. Vicky.
I know you need to get in about the housewives.
Right, I'll watch Orange
County
County then.
Orange County's the first. That was the first ever.
100% I'll know a lot of their faces because
need
Mum
to-
watched it so much.
We keep on talking about each
But then you said something to
other.
me.
No, I've got to see something else. Keep on talking about each other.
Yeah, what you
I was going to
say.
say to you, Orange County is the first. I think you to go talking like that.
You talk. Wait till you edit this. You realise
Yeah,
I've looked at a fucking word in it. You've just interrupted me,
She'd be getting too shy. It'll aim at the first episode. Now she's all podcasted at her box.
guys. I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong. But somebody please comment. Is she no spoke this back fucking legs off you for the first 30 minutes of the podcast?
Listen, anyway, what I was going to say to you is Orange County is the first ever franchise of Real Housewives. The first ever one.
I know.
So Vicky Gunvalson is truly peak. Like, you couldn't probably. She's top 5 best housewives of all time.
Who are your top 5?
My top 5 housewives are. Oh, that's a good one.
Right, I'm looking for. You need to think overall likability or dislikability if that what makes them such an icon.
Oh, I've got them. I've got them.
Moments, longevity.
Right, so longevity's obviously got to be Teresa.
Aye.
Teresa, obviously Tamara from Orange County, she is the longest serving a housewife, just I think purely for the fact of Teresa missed a few seasons from being in jail. But Teresa is obviously, she is the OG. When I look at OG Teresa, Nene Leakes.
Aye, Nene Leakes. Aye,
Nene Leakes is,
an OG.
and I'm not really liking what Nene Leakes is picking up, but I'm not picking up what she's putting down these days just because I feel like she's very ignorant, especially in that interview with T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison was very graceful for how disrespectful that lady was talking to her. at
Oh,
that
I need to
moment
watch
in time.
this interview.
Elshie, it was actually thingy talking about the fact of so what men I need to call it, like talking about like so what men do you date and we don't date the same men, and TS is like no babe, we do date the same men, take to break it to you, and that Nene's basically like I can't be doing this, I don't want to be dating anymore, this is why I don't date, because basically trying to say these men are gay and they're out here fucking men and they're what they want to be with me, and TS is like I don't be fucking no gay men.
Yeah.
So it's just like I feel very anyway. Moving on from that, back to my favorite housewives. So my favorite ones are Nene, Teresa, and this is in housewife world because in real world, that bitch, that's for real.
For Nene.
Teresa, no, we rock with Teresa in real life. Then I would say, Janet Roach from Melbourne, which is a.
Is that a rogue shout? Because surely Melbourne's not that popular in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, I feel like Melbourne honestly is really good.
Is it underrated?
Underrated to the max. Do you know Janet Roach actually goes to David Dibley's salon now? I'm pretty sure.
What one was Janet? Have I watched this one with you?
She's got the
Short black bob?
No, the short blonde bob. And she's like, she doesn't even go to work. She doesn't even pay things. What are you gonna do? And all it was that like she said, oh, she's eight.
Have you got none of the Salt Lake City girls in your top?
Oh, I've not finished yet. That's only how many did you say top 5?
Top 5, I
can't do
think
a
that
top
was
5.
already 3.
I can't do a top 5. Whitney, I would definitely say Whitney from Salt Lake City. I love her. I just think she's just a bit nuts. And we did meet her. She was really lovely in person too. And she's loose. She is an ally to the max as well. She needs to be on there.
Mate, she loved being on that stage. She loved
I love
performing.
Jen Shah as well. She's in jail, but
That's controversial.
she was
'cause
robbing old people.
She was robbing old people, sis.
Great, but that's what I'm saying. Talking about in a television world, great television.
In a television
Um,
character aspect, not in a
oh,
Robin Old
right.
People aspect.
What about from Beverly Hills? Erica Jane. Erica
Oh,
Jane
Erica
is
Jane, yeah,
me
exactly.
and her are two twin flames. That I feel like she is genuinely me, but in my 50s.
I see my future, and
I
it is
see my
bright.
future, and my future is Erica Jane. Do you know what I mean? I love her. She's actually got a new man as well. If nobody knows that yet, she's actually got a new man. He's an ex Navy. No, he's some sort of like ex army veteran guy. But I seen a picture of a man, big stud. But people were saying,
Big stud.
but people were saying, and the thing which I just thought was hilarious, are going Erica Jane with her older man. I'm pretty sure Erica's like in her hitting late 50s, mid 50s. This man was probably in his 60s. Babes, her last husband was literally, he's like 95 just now. The headline should have been Erica Jane with young man, like Erica Jane with a spring
Erica
chicken.
Jane Cougar? Question mark.
Aye, Erica Jane with a spring chicken. So, love her. And then I just think as well, I do love Kyle Richards. I do.
Honestly, Kyle Richards
Her
is
and Kathy.
iconic.
Oh my god, what the hell, Lisa Rinna? What the hell? What the fuck? You couldn't ask me that question. Do you know what the answer is? I cannot pick a top 10 favourites of Housewives. There's
Not
too
top
many.
10. You could probably knuckle it down the
I
top
know,
10.
but I think I'd have to pick favourites from franchise.
But how many? Right, let's count franchises. So
Oh, there's loads. There's Beverly Hills, New Jersey, Potomac, Atlanta, Melbourne,
Orange County,
Sydney, Orange County,
Cheshire.
Cheshire. There is there's been Real Housewives of Washington, Real Housewives of DC. There's been Real
No,
Housewives.
DC is Potomac.
No, there was a Real Housewives of DC.
Oh,
Real Housewives of DC didn't last long. Weirdos.
right. So that's only 10 seasons, and I
No,
could easily
there's
say you
more.
could knock a few of them out.
There's more Real Housewives of Johannesburg, Real Housewives of Cape Town,
Right, scrap them. They're
Housewives
not in
of
the faves,
Neville.
are they?
Real Housewives. I've not watched them. No, I've watched some of them, but
But that's what I'm saying. You could knock it down. I would say from being your sister and how much you put them on, it's definitely got
right,
to
you
be.
go. You give me the list of what you think
I-
my favourites are.
I don't know if I can knuckle it down for the people, but I would say realistically that. Well, actually, they love Atlanta as well, but Miami, Atlanta, New Jersey, Beverly Hills, and Orange County is probably your
Dubai.
absolute locks.
I did love Dubai too. I like Caroline Stanbury and I love Chanel Ayan.
Caroline Stanbury is just the most I don't give a fuck MILF in the world. Like, she just doesn't give a fuck, just lives her own life. You try and
Does
keep
not
up with
care.
Caroline Stanbury.
You keep up with her.
You
babes.
keep up with her, babes. Like, it's not going to happen.
Literally. But do you know what I did see actually? So obviously Melbourne, all the franchises outside of the US are not produced by Bravo and are not produced by Andy Cohen, right? But I thought the Real Housewives of London, the way it was like marketed and all that, and I thought it was gonna be I thought it was Andy that was doing it all, but he's getting on to do it.
Oh, so it's just another leg of the tour, basically.
It's just another franchise. I think it might be What's that?
I don't know, like,
I think it might be Hey You that's doing it. But shout out to Hey You. Listen, that was Hey You were sponsoring the event that I was working with too. So if you need me to be your
Hit me up,
podcast
honey.
F11 for all the guys, then we are. But I can't wait. Hopefully we get invited to remember I told you like do you know what's actually pure mad? But see, like a year ago, remember I told you guys like literally when we were starting this podcast a year ago, I was manifesting that we're going to be working with the celebrities, working with the Real Housewives, working in that realm. Bitch, we made it.
That is actually quite fun to say. I mean, personally, I just came to the show and watched, but
But we still made it close enough. We're getting there. Do you know what I mean? Literally, Teresa was like, "Oh my god, you smell amazing. Thank you."
you smell amazing.
What other gossip has been happening this week that we need to digest on? Oh my fucking god! Justin Bieber put out a new album.
Oh, love it. Love
my
it.
god, love that.
I will
right.
not be gaslit by Hailey Bieber, but I love Justin Bieber's album. Basically, Hailey Bieber, I found it a bit distasteful when you posted that. Is it finally clocking to you fucking losers?
How did you
and
find it distasteful? Bitch, that was iconic. Gee's piece.
No, I
I'd still
didn't.
be
I was a
posting-
bit cringing.
But see, the thing is, I hope. Obviously, you were saying.
I love the album, by the way.
Love the album, and also it's like, oh, try to gaslight us and think. I do hope that this is like a refound. I feel like I hope this is like a change for them because
No, but this is what
You know
I
what I
see,
mean?
right? I think Justin Bieber has 100% done a detox, 100% done a detox, and is actually on like a road to recovery. However, you
That's what I
cannot
see
tell
him.
me that was just fucking marketing, and it was just
No,
is it
that was
clocking
the
to your losers. Your husband was actually on a
Ah.
wild one, and I felt so bad for him because I love Justin Bieber. But I'm just saying
but I
that
think
when she's saying, "Is it clocking to your losers?" Like No, we know who Justin Bieber is, but we're just saying that all these other things are also fucking true.
I do think she was coming from I think she was getting final cocktails because everybody kept on saying that they were split up and they weren't together anymore and this that and next thing. I think that's what it was. Because the final cocktails like they're no. Because quite clearly, the woman is riding or dying for this man. They are definitely
Aye, I
going to stay
know,
together.
but she can't like she can say that. Oh, we're no splitting up. Does not mean you've actually this whole time when you've watched plenty of videos of them, you've blatantly a disconnect between the two of them. You kind of just go, is it talking together? We can see that with our fucking eyes, cuz
Aye.
like we can see that with our eyes. Like you can't say, is it cocktails?
God.
I actually don't. I would rather like people be in a long term relationship and love their life and do all that. But you kind of gaslight is into thinking that he's
No.
like he before this album came out and obviously the market was all her. Before that, like there wasn't pictures with he wouldn't post her on his story. He did say you'll never make it on the fucking cover of Vogue. Like those things just don't not exist now because you're now the cover of his album.
Well, now that
Well, not even it's him and Jack Blues. But
she's
just
enjoying
to
that
say,
big
guys,
fat
I say all
paycheck.
that from position of I actually love Justin Bieber, and if Hailey Bieber's his lovely wife forever, go for it. Don't care. I love Justin
Hi,
Bieber's
we're known
music.
to
You
be
know,
for hating Hailey Bieber.
I really am
Good
not.
for
I
her.
am not a Hailey Bieber hater, and I'm not a Justin Bieber hater. I just found it cringe when she said that because I'm going, you kind of gaslight is into no seeing what's happened for the last year. We've seen
True.
it.
I think
Like,
as well, it's like
doesn't mean they're not, and they've obviously been in a relationship that whole time, and she's winning because
aye,
she's married to Justin Bieber. That's obviously the case.
she has
But
won
I just
that.
think that like you
And
can't
now
just
she's
go,
just sold that business as well, and he's just put out the album. So
aye,
they'll be
like she's
literally
fucking rich
on a
and
yacht
loaded, and she's
somewhere.
married to Justin Bieber. Like
Aye,
she is winning. I'm
she's on a
just
yacht
saying,
somewhere
don't.
where
It's just a little bit cringe to kind of celebrate after that. Like, do you know what I mean?
I know.
Like,
Well, I know.
because I'm not a pure fucking this whole Haley versus Selena thing has nothing to do with me. I actually don't give a fuck because Justin Bieber's missus is.
Do you
I'm
think
quite
in real
happy.
life, do you think they actually care? Do you think they're just like this is just gives us good both is are always still going to be
I
talking
don't
about?
know because it must be pretty weird beef because obviously Selena does go with Benny Blanco and him and Justin worked for so long together on so many different like music
Do you think
projects.
that Justin was devil about the fact that he could get Betty Blanco to be on his new album? But
I don't know because honestly the guys that he's worked with have been fucking brilliant. Like
true.
that album is so good. I love it so much.
So this week, guys, we were bearing with the bad news, of course, that Ozzy Osbourne passed away.
Rest in peace,
to an
Ozzy
absolute
Osbourne.
king. Yes, Ozzy, honestly, mate, rest in peace to you. What a sad bit of news. Hope Shannon, Kelly, and all the other ones are all right. However,
Oh, the other one's Jack.
there's another one too, Amy.
No, is there?
Amy Osbourne.
She was in the show.
She didn't want to be. That is why. Right, anyway, but on to some other good news. No, other good. On to some better news, though. Miss Trisha Paytas, she birthed another movie.
She birthed her box office hit.
I don't know. Right, we've spoken about this. Chloe has different opinions. Chloe's not on the podcast today, guys. She's a busy bitch, but
Guys, comment, even though nobody comments, but comment saying, miss you, Chloe.
miss you, Chloe. She birthed this child, and it's called Aquaman.
I personally think it's the most Trisha Paytas fucking name ever.
I know, right? But like, are we calling him Moses? Like, is it going to genuinely be like on the school list? Stephen, Jack, Aquaman, check. Like, is that what's going to be happening?
It'll probably be Aquaman first in alphabetical order.
Like, and it is Aquaman, Peter. No, Aquaman, Moses, Peter's Moon. Like, holy shit.
Honestly, I
This is
know.
my thing. I
But there's
honestly
people,
don't-
there's people in the wee town that we come from that'll be called fucking
They're not called Aquaman Ocean Lee. They might be called
Star.
Rexy and Star and all that. Aye, mate, but there's no Aquaman. Shut up, Ocean Lee. Can't even put that in the same comparison.
I'm called Ocean Lee, so I think I'm just fighting out for the bunch of weird names.
Oh my god, we should have told him your name in case he wanted to call it Ocean Lee. Moses would love your
my
name.
Somebody just tag Moses in this. Moses, my
Ocean-
name is Ocean Lee. I
Ah.
love Aquaman's name. I'll be there right beside him. If you want to invite me on your podcast, I will definitely be there. We can just discuss lots of ocean themed names. So hit me up, Moses. Trisha, love you so much. Love you,
Obviously,
Oscar.
if obviously his name is Aquaman, very happy for you. I'm just honestly gooped and gagged, which I'm assuming that was the point. I'm assuming you were not going to be expecting that people would be like, "Oh, that's normal." But for Trisha Paytas, it's definitely normal. What I'm saying, Ocean Lane, that is obviously Trisha plays a very well character on the internet, right? Which is obviously her personality. She is who she is. She is mother, right? But I do think there is somewhere in there that she is smart enough to on the internet, our babies' names are Elvis, Malibu Barbie, and
I honestly
Aquaman.
think that's her name,
And
sis.
there's no way Oceanly that on those birth certificates, their name is like I need to see a birth certificate. I need to see it.
Aquaman is getting a social security number under
And
the
if
name
I don't see a birth
Aquaman.
certificate, I'm just assuming their name isn't actually that. You've nicknamed them that because I feel like these are nicknames for the internet, and it's just very much it's very great publicity. To come on, every time she's
Oh, aye, to be fair, every time she buffs a kid, she names it something wild and everyone talks about her.
around the world, and usually it's someone in this whole thing. Obviously, the fact that every time someone is mega famous, they seem to die. Obviously, people die every minute of every day. So just so happens every time Trisha Paytas births one, it is a very famous one that happens.
Every time she buffs.
It just so happens every time Trisha Paytas births one of her children, someone very iconic passes away at the same time.
Aye, honestly, it's getting a bit legendary. But I've also got a theory that she did that because she hasn't posted the podcast, and I think it was like a whole week or two before Aquaman's name was revealed. So obviously he didn't actually die.
Aye, obviously people.
But she just, I think she was holding
there was
off.
another. There was another.
And then she just
person that did.
conveniently goes post, like as soon as she's seen that Ozzy Osbourne news, she's went post like.
Crazy. But anyway, congratulations to her and Moses. 3 babies down. She got her tubes tied, so she's definitely.
Yeah, I think that is the last
more.
one because she wasn't expecting to have a third, and then she did. So
People were thinking she was going to call it Avatar.
no, I wouldn't be surprised.
Avatar's quite a cute name.
Avatar, but you draw the line at Aquaman.
Be for real, Aquaman.
Be so fucking for real.
Which obviously, if it's named, listen, I'm just going to have to get used to it. That's all. You know what I mean? I'm always going to have to get used to it.
Can't wait to see what this bitch names her kids. We're actually fighting to the death. Do you guys know this? We're fighting over the name Levi. Whoever gets there first, but I'm a lesbian and she's trans, so it's a bit of a it's a marathon, not a sprint, guys.
Exactly. It's a slug.
It's actually an ultra marathon cross continental.
The slug in the rabbit in the lake. No,
Rabbit in the lettuce.
What the fuck is it called again? The rabbit and the tortoise.
Aye.
And we are
I
the
thought it was a tortoise and a hare, but whatever.
Is it?
Who
I
knows?
don't know.
Anyway, guys,
thank you so much for watching another episode of What's the Goss, listening in, getting the goss, spilling the tea. If you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us on social media and follow everywhere you can so that you can keep updated on gossip. And even if we're not here, we're somewhere else popping it.
Anyway, life's been good, guys. Thanks
Love
for joining
you.
us for another one. Catch you.
Bye,
Bye.
driver.